And then something else I wanted to just introduce you to the idea of is it wrong though to say I am doing good or I am good if someone asks you how you're doing? So from a grammar perspective, it is wrong, but if you don't know, then it's not wrong. What do you think, Kieran?
I'm not here, but
Oh, sorry.
I
I
think
didn't see who was here. I just had
that's okay.
my sorry. What do
I
you think,
think
Lacanio?
that it can kind of like what LeMay said, depends kind of like if someone asks, I tend to say it a lot. My dad corrects me a lot of the time, but
Mm-hmm.
I do tend to say it. So I don't think it's really wrong, but grammatically, yeah, incorrect.
Okay. So now we can look at, in terms of, this is, by the way, what we're doing for our curiosity just for a moment today, because this is a cool way to spark curiosity. So now we can look at, if we take this idea, right, of language, how does language actually develop? How does it become what it is? Like, was English always what it is today?
Oh, no, no, no. I
No.
was a bit confused on the question, but no, no, it
Okay.
wasn't.
And how did it get to where it is today?
Like evolution, kind of, I guess.
Like evolution, like a fish turning to a monkey type of evolution, or
Uh,
I
I
wanted to
mean,
be very
kinda.
specific here.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me think about it somewhat then.
So let's look at the development of language over the last 1,000 years. Or let's say English over the last 500 years. How did it, do you have any idea how it came to be what it is today? Like, people think Shakespeare is like Old English. They're very wrong, because Shakespeare is early modern English. So if we look at language development, if you look at the last 20 years even, okay, I don't know how much you know from like past English and whatever. We look at the last 20 years. In the last 20 years, we've had an emoji added to the dictionary. Word of the
Really?
year a couple of years ago was an
The
emoji.
dictionary.
The Oxford Dictionary.
What? Oh,
Because
Oxford, okay.
the dictionaries didn't always exist, remember? But now they exist, they are part of the standardization of language. English was not always standardized. English became standardized. The way we use English became standardized. But still, it is not standard because we've got so many different dialects. How someone in England speaks is different to how someone in America speaks. And neither of them are wrong. They just speak different Englishes. And so, is there one right way of speaking? I don't think so. But now, let's look at goodly. Okay? Imagine this. I tell that story. Oh, I told you the story about my son and the goodly thing. Now, let's
Yeah.
say I create a TikTok and my son says something about I did goodly, okay? And he becomes a meme. Okay. Becomes a meme. That's normal in today's culture, right?
Yeah.
How long is it going to be before that becomes a part of our language? To say goodly instead of well. Will start
I
as a
think with like
joke, but eventually it will become a thing. And it might
guess.
fizzle out and it might not, because we can't actually predict exactly what's going to happen with each word. So the point that I'm making is that language is determined by those who use it. Isn't that cool?
It really is.
And
And
you
things
guys hear
makes
me?
much more sense.
What did you say, Lucanio?
Oh, okay. Now I was finding out if you guys could hear me. My mic wasn't working.
Yeah, now we can. What were you
Cool.
saying?
Oh, no, no, no. I was just asking, can you, because I saw the green circle popping
Oh.
up.
So, yeah, like language is defined by our use of it. If this is an interesting concept to you, this is something that we explore in A levels. We don't even explore it in AS. We just only in A levels. I do explore it
Why
with my
only
AS
A?
students. Pardon?
Why only the A levels?
I guess because AS English is about text analysis. So paper 1 is about text analysis. Paper 2 is about like writing, a little bit of text analysis. Paper 3 and paper 4 are like actual study subjects. Okay, so you've got different topics. So paper 3, those are your A-level subjects. So your AS are paper 1 and 2. If you do A-level, you have to do paper 1, 2, 3, and 4. You don't have to do them all in one sitting. So you can do 1 and 2 in one sitting, then 3 and 4 in another sitting, and then you've got your A-level. Or you can do just your AS and you can do just paper 1 and 2. Now, what you do is you have sorry, just give me a sec. My son left my door open and he's roaring at something. Let me just ask my daughter to close it. The joys of roaring children. So what we do then is paper 3 is question 1 is language change and the history of language and how language changes. So that's this topic. Paper question 2 in paper 3 is child language acquisition. So how do children learn language? It's very psychological and stuff like that. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Please, can you go to mama? I'll hang out with you later, okay? We're going to read all your card names just now. So then paper 4 is so much fun. I love paper 4. So paper 4, question 1 is about language in the world, or just paper 4. The topics we need to study is language and identity. And so how does language shape identity and stuff like that? And then we also explore English as a global language and how it affects like basically everything with English as a global language and how it affects societies and things like that. And so it is also psychological, maybe sociological as well. So much fun. So much fun. Love it. Yeah, I love teaching A levels. Okay, so outside of our A levels, let's jump to